Today we'll do a quick review about the Hyundai Tucson 2017 car. So our question is, after about 2 years of usage, is it still a good car to buy as a second hand? Well, we'll check some details with you, see how it's been driving, what went wrong, and the answer at the end of the video, if it's worth it. In 2017, Hyundai introduced this new design of their cars, and the front, as you can see, was inspired by the Audi car grille. Now, they wanted to make it look like more of a sports car. So on the bottom, there is this black plastic that you can see, and even on the top of the wheel here. And why do we like it? Because besides the look, it gives an extra protection against corrosion, rust, because on the roads you have all the snow, the calcium and the rocks. So you're more protected with plastic like this that is more easy to replace than having to do body paint every 2-3 years. This car has about 2 years of usage, and we drove about 38,000 kilometers with it. So far about the maintenance, we only had to change the oil and the oil filter. That's all. You can see the headlights. It has this beautiful aggressive look that we all love, and it has these LED lights. Even though it's the basic model of the Tucson, it comes with the LED lights and also the fog lights. Inside you can see here the lens, and on top, when you turn on your tail lights, this will brighten. Like on most cars, it has the turn signals in front of the car, in the back of the car, but this one here comes also with the turn signals on the mirrors. And on top of it, you have the little signal here for the dead spot. It's the proximity sensors that will turn on the orange lights if there's a car in your dead spot. The proximity sensor, we encountered a little bit of problem with it, but only twice within these 2 years. When there was this heavy rain, it was non-functioning, so it was not displaying when there was a car in a dead spot. But that happened only twice within the 2 years, and to fix it, we simply had to restart the engine, and it fixed. So in the back, you have the fifth door here. You can see there is the rear camera, and the button to open the trunk is here. This car is the front-wheel drive version, but you have also the ability to have it the four-wheel drive version. Compared to high-end brands like Mercedes and BMW, it doesn't have a thick coat of paint. Okay, it's pretty thin, so it can easily be scratched with rock chips when you drive, etc. So you can see in front here a bit too easily. Of course, we can buy the plastic protection. This is what I do recommend. Also on the sides, you can see kind of damage that can happen pretty easily. It has only 2 years of usage, as I told you, and we've been taking great care of it, but still this can happen. Let's check under the hood. So there are two models. You have this one is a 2-liter engine, which is a regular, and you have also another one with a 1.8-liter engine with turbo. But this one is a 2-liter one. What do mechanics say about this car? First of all, they love it because you have a lot of space, so it's easy to work on different parts. Compared to, for example, Honda Civics, there's no space. It's all compressed all together, so it makes it more difficult to work on. Why did we buy this Tucson? Because it was recommended by many mechanics. With only one full tank, we could drive from Montreal to New Jersey in the eco mode non-stop. After 2 years, we can see no corrosion overall on the body of the car, but of course it's normal to see some corrosion on the brakes, so the discs and the pads also, but it's completely normal. Besides that, on the whole car, without no anti-rust, there's no corrosion to be seen. The clearance from the ground is a little bit high, not too much, but it's perfect for Canadian winter. And if you have the four-wheel drive version, then get it out of the snow becomes not a problem at all. About the suspension, I had the chance to drive this for quite a while, and I would say that suspension is actually comfortable. Of course, it's not the best of the best, We're not talking like smooth suspension like luxury cars of BMW and Mercedes, etc. But for that kind of car of that price, it's a good suspension. Forgot to mention previously that the wipers that came with the car were quite cheap and they wore really quickly. So after 1 year of usage, we replaced that and we put instead the Bosch brand, which is still lasting up to today. Now let's have a look inside and let's start with the trunk from the back. So we open with the button here, and as you can see, we have quite a lot of space in the back with the seats not already folded. It's easy to put quite a few luggages without any problem. Now we will fold the seats. Look at all this space. So if you like to grab a lot of stuff or you change home sometimes, this is great because you can put so many things without the need always rent a minivan or stuff. We actually did put a 40-gallon hot water tank here with its packaging. It fits without any problem. Also the other day we did travel with a 24 inches fridge, and it was from the back up to the top and we could drive without any problem. And even in the back, like let's say you're camping or you travel for family, you need more than just a couple of 12 volts plug. So also in the back they did add here. We can see the back seats. This is the tissue, how it looks like. Now we all know how it's like when you travel, so it's best to have something where you can have your drinks or rest your arm. For the seats, you can fold them with many angles. So from here up to here approximately, you can adjust any angle and it will stay. Otherwise, you would just flip it all down. And now we have a lot of space, which is cool. Again, when you travel, it can be like a mini bed. You know, just put a cushion over there and voila. As a backseat passenger, you don't have many options in the back. Like you still have your hand handles. You can control the air here, but only if it's on or off, but you cannot control the temperature. It's a bit sad that they didn't add the option here to have a plug to charge your phone, like USB port or a 12 volt plug. Of course, on top we have the lights on or off. So when you start the car, it's some of the button that you push compared to newer cars. Now, as a driver, what do I like about this car? Well, first of all, it's pretty nice and I have a lot of space. I have many options. I can control here the radio. I have the Bluetooth, the CD also is there, didn't remove it yet. Amazing for winters in Canada is the heat option. So the steering wheels can be heated, the front seats and the back seats can be heated too. So props for that, even though it's a basic version. However, they didn't put that the mirrors will have the heating option. So I wonder why, because we have all these heating options inside but not outside. Anyhow, so we can find on the steering wheel, I have access to all controls on the left side for the phone when I would want to dial or to control the music volume, etc. And on the right side, I have the cruise controls. You find again here on the left, as normal car, the options for the lights. It has the auto option, so this is great when you don't want to think about it. It will just know when to turn it on and off by itself. And on the right for the wipers. Here we have dual 12 volts plugs, and if you look at the other review we even tested the small charger here to put inside so we can charge the phones pretty fast. Because we're disappointed with these USB ports right here. This little thing doesn't charge your phone fast enough. I think it can be even less than 1 ampere, because really your phone will not really charge with this. It's way too slow. You have 3 different modes when you want to drive. You have the eco mode, the sports mode, or the standard mode. When you choose a sports mode, it will drive really fast with a high RPM and you have some kind of fake G-force feeling when you drive. But when you do eco, you will feel kind of sluggish and slow, but on the other hand, it's pretty efficient to save some fuel. When I drive, I love to have my music pretty loud. Like all my friends know about it. I come to a place, there's loud music, so it's very important for me to have good music system. On this car, I would give it 3 stars because it's pretty okay. The bass are okay. but I've seen way better. So for a car of this price, it goes fine, but if I had the option to spend extra buck to improve the sound system, definitely I would do it. Let's check the top. So you have the mirrors here, but it doesn't have integrated lights, but on top you have the option to add it. So that's a nice touch. Same for the passenger side here, the little light, and a place here to put your sunglasses. About the sound isolation, well, we all love when the driving is quiet. So when a car is parked or driving slowly like in the city, it has quite a good isolation. We can hear the music pretty well, we don't really hear the engine or the outside cars. But when you start to drive, say on a highway, and start to reach the 100 km/h, then quickly that efficiency will drop, and you will have to talk louder, put the music louder. And I believe partially it's because there's overuse of cheap plastic. So as you can see here, there's plastic right there, there's plastic right there, and it's not thick enough. It doesn't give that proper noise isolation during high speeds. I would say it's okay. It's okay for the price we pay. All right, so basically what do I think about this car? Well, in my opinion, for a 2-year-old car like this, it's something definitely I would buy. Yes, there are some options I didn't really like the ergonomy and comfort of the front seats, etc. But overall, with all the options, it has a lot of space, it's pretty fuel efficient, it has all the heated options like in the steering wheel. It's not easy to find this in other cars. Usually you have to pay way much higher price to have this option. And sound system is okay, suspension is good for Montreal roads. What can I ask more? For the price of the resale value I can get this, it's a good car to buy. Guys, do you have experience already driving with this car? Do you own this car? Have you rented this car? What's your opinion? Did you like it? Would you recommend it? Let us know in the comment below, and like the video and share with your friends.